there, and welcome to the next episode of the West Ham United rebuild. Here in today's episode, we have the last two games of Season 2, and we have some decent youth setup players. I'm going to show you them first. If I can go to our under 18s and go to reports, if I go sort by potential, we've got a couple of good players now. Nice little goalkeeper here. Bray Ibrahim, Deji Okori. It looks like we've got a nice Nigerian link. Jordan Santos Delgado, the least English name you can ever think of. Decent centre back. 6'4", his temperamental personality, but kind of fits with our squad. Patrick Lohman, a New Zealand international. I say international, might be international in the first place in the future. 5'9", another temperamental personality. Anyway, since that last episode where we were... Where was it? This one. Maybe, no. This one. Anyway, since that last episode, our 1-1 draw with Manchester City, Ollie Watkins with a first minute goal. And then Omar Marmoush getting a penalty for Manchester City to get them a point in that one. Over to Anfield, and a 2-2 draw. El Hadj Malik Diouf getting a goal with Pedro Neto, and an Alexander Isaac 90+6 gave Liverpool their point. Over to the London Stadium at home, a 2-1 win against relegation and battlers Bristol City. Ollie Watkins grabbing 2 in this one. 1-0 win against Leeds. Ollie Watkins getting a goal again. 0-0 draw against Brentford at the G-Tech. At home again, Daniel Marlin getting a goal with this one, but Joshua Zirkzee getting a goal for Aston Villa. Sorry, got an itchy nose. 0-0 draw at the London Stadium as well. Newcastle were the visitors with that one. Don't know why my nose is so itchy. West Ham and Leicester for a 3-1 win for West Ham at home. Reece Nelson, Lamine Kamara, and a 90+7 goal by Daniel Marlin. Nice to get 2 late goals in that one. And a 3-1 win against Ipswich. Daniel Marlin getting 2, and Mateus Fernandes getting 1. So look at the league table from now. It's probably the highest we've been since we started at 42 points. Pretty decent gap between Bristol City. Probably safe. We're not going to drop 15, 12, 11 points. We have a positive goal difference as well for the first time. A little bit away from Europe, the top 6, top 7, but hopefully we can get closer towards that next season. Anyway, yeah, this is the team that we'll be playing against. I can't remember. Ipswich and then Tottenham. Aaron Ramsdale and goal. Sedella, Todibo, Cresswell and Diouf with Neves, Gibbs, White, Anderson, Alanga, Neto and Marlon. A couple of injuries as well. Ollie Watkins out for 3 to 4 weeks. Chris Rigg is almost back from his injury. He did come back from his injury before and then just got injured just while international duty was happening. Wasn't even with anyone, just got injured again. Tommy Conway still wants to leave after being replaced. And Lamine Kamara injured full fitness in one day. Hopefully he'll be back for the next game, but hasn't been someone we used that much. Anyway, we are on like a control possession type system. It doesn't create a lot of chances, but with some clinical strikers, Daniel Marlin's 15, Ollie Watkins got 15. Some decent finishes in the squad, but as long as you get that, and we don't concede too many. Aaron Ramsdale saved the penalty in one of the games before as well. So into this first game, hopefully we can get a decent result as well. We are kind of just playing these games just to get them over with, to be honest. Firstly, it's Tottenham. Pretty standard Tottenham side. David Vroom at left back. Archie Gray is a player that we're looking at. Not sure we'll actually get him though. Decent little youngster in the mould of Chris Rigg. I think we'll be fine. I'm not talking to the media. Don't expect this one to be a classic, but it is under the rain, and I mean every game's under the rain and this game. Here we are on 32 minutes in. I did tell you he doesn't create many chances, but we don't really concede any. Tottenham with the ball and Pedro Porro. We did have a lot of possession. Tottenham have got back into it in the last couple of minutes, but these games are kind of just a dead rubber, but decided to show them just to end this season anyway. Room to Brennan Johnson, hits the crossbar for Fofana. On the right hand side, back to Porro. Fofana does get it back a little bit. We're doing a high press as well, so I expect to win the ball back quite a few times as well. Bring it out through Pedro Neto, gives away, goes back to Todibo. Can we get a little chance going? Alanga, decent shot. Vicario lets it slip through. West Ham 1, Tottenham 0. This formation and tactic is pretty good for just creating that little one chance. And if we can take it, then it's usually a 1-0 win. At least, if it's not a win, then we've got a good chance of it being a draw. It's not a tactic that seems to lose many games, which is pretty cool. It looks like we've got up to 13th as well. And there we are then, full time, West Ham 1, Tottenham 0. You can see the stats. Tottenham didn't even have a shot on target. Where does that leave the live table? Up to 13th. I don't know if this is actually live. As you can see, we just didn't make any tactics, but get one chance and you finish it, then you come away with the 3 points. Anyway, first game of the episode done. Second game against Ipswich. Here we are then against, or just Fulham, not Ipswich. I'm going to go through the same team. Won against Chelsea, so should have a decent chance against Fulham as well. Last game of the season is a bit of a dead rubber as well. Can we get as many points as we can and maybe try and aim for Europe next season if this formation keeps working? I've used it for about 6 months of the season now, and it seems to be working ever since that last game, and hopefully we can get another 3 points in this one and just demonstrate just how good this is. As you can see, getting like 71% possession. It's just like we're not doing a lot with it. Only problem is counter-attacks. Harry Wilson, definitely one of those, pretty good at counter-attacks. Takes on his fullback, does a decent cross in. Juve is there though. Castagna back to Wilson. Does have a very good shot on him. Not that time though. Over the bar. 10 minutes in. 35 minutes in. Goal kick from Leno. Who's going to launch it up to Maniz. Cresswell does win it though. I'd have thought Gibbs White would have done a little bit better with that. Harry Wilson seems to be causing all the issues for us. Castagna to Sander Berger, back to Harry Wilson, forward to Emil Smith-Rowe. Did torment us quite a bit, and Ramsdale does make a decent save from that. Pretty good reaction save. Iwobi to Anthony Robinson was tackled down. Cresswell does win it though. Hopefully we can get at least a little bit of a stranglehold on this game. Is that the right word? Just before half time then, Harry Wilson and Emil Smith-Rowe haven't broken us down yet. To be honest, I don't really even mind losing this game. As much as we want to have a little bit of a winning mentality, I think a couple of the players are wanted by Saudi, and when Saudi puts up ridiculous numbers, you kind of have to play ball a little bit. Anthony Alanga could have put us 1-0 up, but he does have that little issue of not having the final ball quite to the quality that we need. Just after half time, Anthony Robinson to Lukic. Looks like Fulham seems to be the more attack potent, highlight worthy. Castagna, I mean, they did score 7 against us. Smith-Rowe was one of those players who was instrumental in that. Lukic knocks it back, has a knockback from Maniz, but his shot is just over the bar. Like, it's all Fulham, 52 minutes in. Still no real highlights either side. Pedro Neto does win it back though. This is real highlight of what we do. Not if Castagna is going to do something like that. And then there's a second chance though. Neto is in behind on the left hand side, cross it in. Alanga, not known for his head in, being I think 5'8", but 52 minutes in, Alanga 2 goals, 2 games. The ball, and Iwobi, that is a hell of a save from Ramsdale. Looks like he might have been offside anyway. Will give us a free kick. Ramsdale to Debo. Can we get a second goal? Sakila to Anderson to Marlon to Pedro Neto. It is a little bit patient. Anderson to Neto. Castagna brings him down. Surely that's going to be a yellow card at minimum. What we're talking to? Sure. Free kick from this one. Ruben Neves, free kick specialist. Behind the free kick, has a shot pretty narrowly over the bar. We also throw the loose pass. Daniel Marlon will pick up the pieces, go around the keeper, and that little mistake has given us a little bit of breathing space just before the hour mark. Fulham at 0, West Ham 2. Calvin Bassett with the free kick for Fulham. Over to Kevin on this right hand side. Juve looks like he might have fouled him. Referee doesn't agree though. Castagna to Berger to Smith Rowe. Fulham trying to be patient. Kevin down this right hand side. Hits it to my knees. Ramsdale can't do anything. Fulham have one back just 3 minutes after our goal. 67 minutes in. I kind of get the feeling that Fulham might be our bogey team at this point. Calvin Bassey, not really sure why he's taking it. Smith Rowe, that is. You kind of just have to sit back and appreciate that one. Pretty good finish into the top corner. 68 minutes in, and in 12 minutes, while he's been cut down to a draw. Gibbs White and Sadilla on this right hand side. Alanga trying to keep himself on the side, doesn't quite get it. Alex Iwobi, crossfield ball over to Castagna. Kevin's not really making himself available though. Castagna can do it on his own. Will try and do it on his own. Crossfield ball, Iwobi. Not sure really what happened in there. Just saw Iwobi fly across the screen. And Craig Pawson points to the penalty spot. Not really sure what was done there. Looks like brought down by Sidler. Can't really see what happened with that one. And a red card. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Alright. I think we prong Neves onto that side. And then I guess we're just going to have to play Goose or something. Sidler's definitely not happy with that one. It might be a second yellow. That makes a little bit more sense. Right then, penalty for Fulham, 77 minutes in. It looks like we're going to throw all 3 points from this one. If Ramsdale can't save this, and he can't, Sasa Lukic goes straight down the middle. Fulham, our bogey team that scored 7 against us, have now, from 2-0 up, have just completely thrown this away. Neto does lose out to Castagna. Meniz to Smith Rowe. Ali Anderson does win it back though. Can we get an equaliser? Marlon over to Anderson again. Sonderberger is Neto over the bar. And there we are then. Season 2 of the West Ham rebuild comes to an end. And it looks like another defeat to Fulham. Going to have a little bit of a rebuild in the summer. Trying to get a decent place to try and get into the European places. Another 15 points. It's not out of our region, but I think we definitely need to beat sides like Fulham, especially when we're 2-0 up. We definitely need to not lose 3-2 in games like that. Anyway, 45 points in our second season. Hopefully we can make a couple more signings, keep morale a little bit higher, and training for Europe in the third season. Didn't even think I'd be saying that at this point. Anyway, that is the end of the season and the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.